Roger, guys. Welcome back to Dystopia, where we are falling deeper and deeper into the darkness. I've made no secret about how I just can't stand this Masters of the Universe uh, that's going on, and that's not to say I'm not a fan of He-Man. Of course, I was. I was around in the 80s. I was an 80s kid. Of course, I loved He-Man. Of course, I had He-Man and He-Man figures. I never did get their vehicle. I really, really wanted the vehicle. I can't remember what it was called now, where the wheels on it were like oval, and as it moved forward, the wheel kind of went zoop, and then zoop, like that. I wanted that so badly, but I never had it. I never had it. I think I might have had Castle Grayskull. I can't quite remember. I remember his sword would undo like the lock on the Castle Grayskull's door. Anyway, I wanted to show you this trailer because I saw this trailer this morning, and it annoyed me when I saw it. I wasn't actually going to make a video about it, but I've just opened up YouTube and it was staring me in the face. So I just wanted to show you this because this is blatantly ripped from a classic 80s film called Labrynth, which I'm sure you're aware of, and it is done much better in Labrynth. But I'll show you the clip and then see if you know the clip from Labrynth I'm talking about. You watch this. Okay, ready? Here we go.
With the new dawn, Titania shall witness my rise.
God damn it. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. What is going on here? Let's just chill that out a bit. Chill out, man. Do not need to see this shite in ultra mega epa super duper high def. Lower the better. Here we go. Let's try it again.
Evelyn,
Well said, Lord Skeletor. Poetry.
taken away his days done. With the new dawn, Titania shall witness my rise.
Do you know the scene I'm talking about in Labrynth yet? He doesn't actually say the line that the Goblin King says, but do you know what scene I'm talking about?
That's it. I finished.
Of course, my lord.
When I raise my fist like that, I'm done.
Yes.
That is the crescendo.
We'll know for the future, my lord.
Jesus Christ. Is it Christian Wig? Is it Christian Wig? Is it? It just doesn't look very evil. You know, she's got quite a nice face. Anyway, so the scene in Labrynth that they're just totally pulling from here is when Jared he's talking to all like the goblins around him, and he's telling them how Hoggle is going to take Sarah back to the start, and then he's sort of saying like, and then she'll have to start all over again. He does this big laugh, and like all the goblins are just looking at him, sort of, and he stops. He sort of goes, "Well, laugh," and they all laugh. And I love that line. I absolutely love it. It's done so well because he's not like portrayed as full-on comedy character all the way through Labrynth. He is like quite serious. He's done quite seriously, and it's just those little moments like that they throw in. Well, laugh. Absolutely brilliant. Great scene. Yeah, so that annoyed me. But I thought what I'll do is I just wanted to, because the reviews are coming in now for this, and I just thought that, oh, come on, guys, come on. See if we can just change that around. I'm just trying to Hold on a second. Let's try that again. To apologise, guys. You've got to enjoy the. You've got to enjoy. There we go. There we go. Let's just sort that out. There we are. So yeah, the reviews are coming in. I'll just have a quick look through a couple of these reviews, see what's going on, see what we can find. Now this, honestly, I don't know if you guys are in the UK or whatever, but this, The Guardian, it's like the shittiest, most tragic left-wing rag that exists. It's so pathetic. So I'm just looking at that. I am surprised to see 2 stars, because some of the stuff I've seen from this, where they were talking about, we want to challenge masculinity, as in we want to shit all over men. And I think they were saying like Tila is she's embracing masculinity because it keeps us. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, women masculine, brilliant. Men masculine, shit. So I'm really surprised they're not loving this. But look at this, look. A laboured attempt, make sure that's in frame. Yeah. A laboured attempt to resurrect toy IP very few people still care about. How very dare you, is a 200 million budgeted waste of everybody's time. Shit. That's from The Guardian, the most. It doesn't get any more left wing than that. If they're not kissing its ass, I mean, Empire Magazine's a bit tragic, so they might have. We'll see what they have to say. How dare you? The haphazard mythology of a toy and dusting off IP that precious few still care about. Wind your neck in and wash your mouth out. Oh, they're just whittering on about other IPs and stuff, and as with many long gestating projects in Hollywood, those involved forgot to remember Jeff Goldblum's evergreen Jurassic Park line. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah. No, I'm just saying that your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, that they didn't stop to think that they should. That wasn't very good. It turns out they really shouldn't have. Amazon's head-scratching $200 million budgeted misfire fails to explain why so much time, money, and effort has been wasted on a movie based on a toy that kids don't play with anymore. They're really having a go at that, aren't they? Let's stop having a go at He-Man because he was like a really masculine character. That's why they're having a go at it. That's the reason. It is amazing to think $200 million. It's not like they've gone on location all over the place. The whole thing's shot on a bloody green screen. Yes, before anyone says, no, they were filming it in Los Angeles or whatever. All right, they did a couple of scenes outside, whatever, but just look at the colours and stuff in it. It's a bloody Xbox game. I hate it. The story surrounding He-Man was always just an absurdly cobbled together justification for making and selling more action figures. And the film, from Bumblebee director Travis Knight, wants to poke fun at its goofy silliness in one moment while also taking it seriously in the next. It's exactly what I said, guys. It's Marvel humour. It's going to be Marvel shitty humour all the way through. I did try and do a video the other day where there was a scene where He-Man was in the back of this bloody ship. I think it's Tila. She's like, go and get on that bike thing, this like space bike. I have no idea what it's called. And he's like, oh, I don't know how to drive it because I'm just a useless man. And when he gets on it to like fly out the ship in this thing, he revs it or whatever, and it flies backwards and like hits the wall. And I'm like, yeah, hilarious. Men are shit and don't know how to do things. Piss off. It often feels like the film's 4 writers are deliberately working against each other as if each new draft was somehow made worse than the last. Holy shit. I knew this would be bad, but if The Guardian are shitting on you, Jesus. It makes for an extremely awkward and entirely unfilling viewing experience, but a mildly fascinating one in parts. To watch a world being built for a franchise we'll most likely never return to, with early tracking suggesting this will be one of the summer's biggest flops. File it alongside Universal's Dark Universe or the big screen Golden Compass, or more recently, Dungeons and Dragons. Shit. Wow. Oh my god. He-Man Dolph Lundgren makes a hapless cameo. Of course he does. Remember Dolph Lundgren? Go and watch the 80s Dolph Lundgren He-Man. It's bloody fantastic. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. Wow. An unforgivably bloated 143 minutes. It's both busy and hollow. Vague, underbaked life lessons about masculinity and the need to balance brain and brawn. Who cares romance between two leads, so zero chemistry. Lazy comic support. Idris Elba happily collecting more franchise money, and the baffling voice of Christian Wiig as Robert. Who was Evelyn? Was that not Christian Wiig? Who was that? An Amazon delivery van cameo. Oh my god. Choppily edited. I was just going to click off of this review, but they're going crazy. Choppily edited action scenes that confuse maximalism with excitement for a film that costs so much money. It often looks surprisingly cheap. Holy shit. You'll be sadly stuck in your seat, confused as to why you're not watching something else. That is bad. What else have we got? What do we trust? Empire magazine, should we have a look? Because they're pretty flipping. They're a bit. Seems to remember, like, every film that come out, they would just rave about it. Like, doesn't matter what it is. 3 stars. The King of Eternia falls and its prince is magically exiled to Earth. Let's have a look. If you feel oi, don't do. You son of a bitch. Imagine listing off the characters to an unfamiliar fellow adult and see how long it takes you to feel embarrassed. My God, people are laying into this. Shit. Director Travis Knight has taken a distinctly winking approach. Yeah, it's just going to be fucking, what's the word? Like self-flagellating humor. Oh, wink, wink. Oh, it's so funny. And like, you saw the clip the other day where she bends down, and for some reason she bends down like that close to his crotch, and she's like, "Oh my, your loincloth is like right there," and he's like, "Oh, sorry, yeah, oh, fuck off, shit." Oh, a wordy prologue. A wordy prologue establishes the scene. Our hapless hero Adam was once a prince of Eternia, a magical land that the royal family and the sorceress protected against evildoers like Skeletor. But when that bad guy attacks, the king and his chief man at arms, Idris Elba, are overwhelmed, and the child Adam is sent to a portal to Earth. Why? He instantly loses the magical sword that would allow him to return 15 years later. Remember, he's a misunderstood cog in a corporate machine, but he finds his weapon at long last and is immediately hunted by Skeletor's goons. Oh my God. The decision to make Adam, there you go. There you go. The decision to make Adam a hapless doofus. That's all you need to read, guys. That's all you need to read. We're shitting on men. Once again, is a source of great comedy. His childish dependence on Teela and the rest reduces the narrative. Adam needs to avoid Skeletor, and Alison Breeze. Oh, Alison Breeze. No, can't picture her. Underused Evil Lyn, sure, but he has no real plan to reclaim his throne or restore Eternia. He's just swept on by events. Oh. But the muddle needed to be very funny and very sharply scripted, and there are a few lulls in the pace here. Just a few. This will appeal to small kids with its bold. Fuck off. Look, you're not giving kids enough credit, right? They're not stupid, okay? There's only the 2 most honest things in the world: children and leggings. Okay, that's yoga pants if you don't know what leggings are. Neither of those things can hide anything. They don't cover things up. They're totally authentic. They tell you what's going on beneath the layers. Nah, kids are going to be bored out of their mind if this thing's 2 hours long. bold characters. Bold colours, big characters, and utter lack of deep thought. That means there's no substance to it. It's bright and colourful, like all these shitty Marvel films. And there's probably stupid jokes every 5 seconds about large swords and things. Which is weird, considering how dare you, the misfiring 1987 attempt. Well, if it was misfiring, why does it have a fan base and people still absolutely love it? So you can fuck off, because this will be forgotten in 5 minutes. Dolph Lundgren version will still be going strong. Proof Hollywood has given up on making everything darker and more serious. A delightfully silly film for a perfectly stupid franchise. It could have had a few sharper lines and more narrative drive, but this should still win over a new generation. No, it won't. It won't. It won't. Now, the weird thing that's funny is they're going, yeah, for kids. This will appeal to small kids. Every single comment I saw about this film, every single one was, I'm a 46-year-old man and I'm going to be there with my popcorn bucket, crying my eyes out. I've been waiting 40 years for this. Well, you're going to be fucking disappointed then, because this is a big pile of shit. Wow. Should we have a look at another one, or should we just leave it there? What? Why have I got an advert for Ann Summers on Empire magazine? Christ's sake. Rotten Tomatoes. Should I have a look on that? Oh, we know they've been compromised. I can't remember what it was. Was it Little Mermaid, the live action film that nobody asked for, with the race swapped Ariel? That there was a load of controversy about their reviews. Can't quite remember. 2 hours, 12 minutes. No. Oh, of course, 74%. Of course you are, love. Is there any... Whoa! Critics reviews, 1.5 out of 4. Am I going to be able to really read that? Is there any others? You know, I going by the name of my channel, Cats and Conspiracies, things I'm a big fan of. I have 2 cats, which were they were foster cats, and I decided to keep them because I kind of just couldn't imagine letting them go to somebody else, and they're both pretty defective. One of them is all they were obviously homeless, and one of them, he's an old boy and his legs are all wonky. He's got half an ear, and the other one, she's got one eye. I haven't as yet touched her. I must have had them for over half a year, and she's just a recluse. Like, she's terrified. You can't blame her, poor girl, only got one eye. I can hear her walking around in the bedroom behind me, so I don't know if she's popped her head out from the door there. But anyway, I could just hear her little feet walking around. I'll get a picture of her at some point and put it up. I want to see what this guy is. 1.5. 1.5 out of 4. What? Hang on a minute, that doesn't make sense. Does it? Will it not let me read it? Do you have to be like a member or something? I don't understand. I've not really clicked onto... Oh, hello. I've not really clicked on this before. I know it. And funny thing is, I was getting like thumbs down when I'm talking about it. And people are like, oh, God, you know, you're just a hater and all this sort of stuff. I'm not a hater at all. I hate this. Is that hypocrisy? I don't know. Right. Whoa. Wow. Masters of the Universe review. He-Man gets a pandering Barbie-style deconstruction. Yeah, obviously, because he's masculine. So we have to destroy that. We cannot have masculinity anywhere unless it's women. Women, boss babes. We can make women masculine. They can kill men in films. I've lost count of how many times I've seen films of women killing men left, right, and centre, chopping off their cocks, all sorts of things. But that's fine. Women masculine, good. Men masculine, bad. Can't wait to see what he's written here. Let's have a look. Putting aside the nostalgia that many kids have, blah blah blah. Let's cut to it. Film starts with a flashback. Of course it does. Come on, I want to get to come on. The devil's in the details. Not since the dark days of early 2000s comics book and video game adaptations has a film been so embarrassed to be itself and tried to appeal to the audience more likely to laugh at it instead of with it. There isn't a single character interaction so vital that the filmmakers don't choose to insert an awkward, stuttery, sub-Marvel quality quip. Exactly what I said. Every silly character name is clowned on, and not one office-beaten cliche about workplaces goes untouched. Masters of the Universe fight scenes in particular are bombastic, hard-hitting, even appropriately dramatic, but every time the film gains momentum, cheap attempts at comedy cripple those moments at the knees. Wow. Oh, shit. This would be easy to accept if the film picked a lane and stuck to it. Is Adam a bumbling soy boy whose willingness to want to de-escalate tensions with his enemies is going to get himself or others killed? Or is he a dangerous barbarian who could ruin a whole room of Skeletor's baddies without splitting a single blonde end of his perfect hair? The scenes where Adam is the former are too dedicated to cringy slapstick to land as a serious option, and the film is all too eager to show him as the latter. Connective narrative tissue be damned. Similarly, Leto's Skeletor is stuck in a strange limbo between the Shakespearean-tinged genocidal threat of Frank Langella's 1987 live-action take on the character and Alan Oppenheimer's mustache-twirling Saturday morning character. And Bree's Evil Lynn facilitates between pure gothic camp and witchy dommy mummy bloodthirsty ambition. Dommy mummy? That sounds gross. The consistent inability to thread the needle between comedy and drama permeates every single element of this Masters of the Universe, usually winding up landing on comedy by default. Early on, Adam describes Eternia as the heart of the galaxy and Castle Grayskull as the heart of the heart. Masters of the Universe has a beating heart, thoughtfully recontextualizing He-Man as a different presentation. There you go. There it is. Thoughtfully recontextualizing He-Man as a different presentation of masculinity. Hollywood's version of masculinity. This is the version of masculinity that we deem acceptable to foist upon you. Pedro Pascal as another example. The poorly executed, jingling key, cheap elements piled up around that heart are enough to clog it until it explodes. Wow. Wow. My God. It's going to be absolute dog shit, as we suspected. I am not surprised at all. Jesus Christ. Will it be the big flop of the summer? I shall keep an eye. I really want to see what people's reviews are like when they come in. I haven't seen on IMDb. I want to see what the normies' thoughts of it are. I haven't seen it. Jesus. What do you think, guys? Is this going to absolutely flopicus, Hemanicus? Are you actually going to go and see this? Don't accept this, guys. Come on, you're better than this. Let me know what you think. You know what to do. Hit the buttons down below, like, subscribe, and comment, and all that jazz, and let me know what you're thinking. I have rambled on a bit in this one, guys. So if you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. And don't make it this far without liking and subscribing, obviously, for more trips into the abyss of the hellscape dystopia that we now find ourselves in. See you next time.